on and they up. I told y'all yesterday I was gonna be naked. I was gonna find out the synagogue, a temple, shrine that them Jews and Japs got there connected. There's a connection between the powers. You got to follow the money. You got to follow the money. Y'all ain't catch that lie did last night. Y'all catch them last 2 y'all ain't gonna catch them all. But they're put it. Because they're busted. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all ain't catch them. Y'all need to go catch them, bro. Now I told you that Jew Jap. I told that Jap I'm gonna catch his ass. See, I've been on it till you got my Peruvian flakes, wings behind this shit. But you ain't very, 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 very ancient. You ain't very, 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 what up, D? You ain't very, 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 very ancient. But you the brains behind this shit. See, religion come behind all the ancient shit. See, all the ancient shit already took place and all that. Then y'all come and y'all empower, getting empowered with religion. Y'all already getting empowered by taking the crops and charging people and starting your little government type shit going. And then now you got use something we love against us. Our soul for our divineness against us. And then here you come with the holy. This is way before you come with the holy though. See, the holy ain't gonna come. The Greek come. The Greek Johnny come late like a motherfucker. Straight with these hoes. See, this in a shrine over there in this shrine over there in Japan now. It's for your shriners there. So when they finally let you become a shriner, the Quran go along with it. Yeah, we wrote the Bible there. Wrote a history off into that shit there. Once you get so many degrees, we're gonna let you in on something. Then we're gonna shrine you there and let you at the holy shrine. Shriner. And then give you a Japanese sword with the fast stuff. Then it tell you, then you like, damn, this been about me the whole time. Now you're caught from one book to the other. Because they coincide each other. See? Jap Jew. See, Jew, you just think you muscle. You just think you. That's why you so arrogant and shit with this shit. Why you ain't arrogant when it comes to Japan? Israel, you own us over here. You own America. Why the fuck is y'all ain't vocal with goddamn oil Japan, all this shit with this script y'all done ran like y'all done bombed them and we owe these hoes for nothing because ain't nothing out to their land. I'm gonna connect some dots right here for y'all because I'm the dot connector. I'm gonna connect some dots for y'all right here today because I am the dot connector. I told y'all yesterday I'm gonna catch these hoes. Let me go and put my thumb on these bitches. Every time I say some shit like that, I go straight it up. I go straight in there and fuck them around. I go straight in there and fuck these motherfuckers around. I gotta get around this wide load. I go straight in there and fuck them around. Man, let me in. Damn, partner. Well, fuck you then, nigga. Nigga, boss, nigga. Fuck you talking about. You ain't. Oh, damn, my bad. I'm not the guy. Don't lie. Get that fast. Oh, boy, let me get in, bitch. My boy, let a G get in, bitch. I gotta pull my way. I gotta hit him with this 60 tons. I gotta hit him with this 60 tons. Yeah, like that what I gotta do. But yo, check this out, bro. First of all, I'm gonna start. I gotta get your interest right quick. I gotta get your interest right quick. I told you, bro, when I named that bitch Aramaic, I had to figure out these languages. When I figured them out, I'm gonna fuck them around. Huh? So, all religions start with the Pentateuch, right? The Torah, the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of Moses, right? Right. So, I've been looking for the author for a long time, but I can take the ink pen and put it in that third eye right there. Who writing for Moses? rain for Moses. Moses allegedly is telling this story to his people. See, Moses is a motherfucking Jew. Moses Israelite. See, he really ain't no Israelite. Ain't no Israelite yet, cause he didn't live through it. He write his scripture before but he telling the story for the Jew. But he was raised in all the ways of the Egyptians. Huh? Just like I asked y'all, what language is God speaking? What linguistics he speaking? They God don't speak to them the way our God speak to us. See what I'm saying? They God don't speak to them the way our God speak to us. Through our soul and instantaneously. They God don't speak on God's speed. They God speak back and forth like they do when they go to Mars, when they go to the moon. That you got a great people in America. Yeah, that's good. We on the moon. They go back and forth and talk like that. Say God don't speak. They ain't got no soul. They ain't connected to that melody that they disrespect. But they got sun discs on all that shit. That's the #1 disc you need to be watching right there. The sun disc is all over this shit. Because that's the quarterback. That's the quarterback. That's that melanated disc that sit inside that sun. And that's the portal back to the afterlife. They try to put digits in front of the sun to make you have to go through him and then middleman you back to the heavens where you came from. Your truth already written. Your divine truth already written, bro. You going back to the stars. And that's the part of the sun. See? But we ain't gonna get on that today. We ain't gonna get on that today. But just watch that now, because they took your shit. They took your shit and reversed it and fucked it up. Fucked it all the way up. For greed. To govern you and greed and for greed. They want your money. They ain't never got to do shit if they tax you. They ain't got to do. They don't need number 2%. If I get 2%, man, that sounds great. And increase it and increase it. Why they owe Japan so much money? Why? Japan, the leaders of technology, because they the brains behind this shit. The Mongolian one came with that pistol play for a nigga, hand grenades and all that shit to enslave a nigga. You gonna tell me these hunter-gatherers came in and said that we were cannibals? They made a law. They might them goddamn Spaniards and them British motherfuckers, when they finally made it to the true divine land, the true paradise, the golden apples, the land of miracles, when they made it over here, they got the keys to the west, Key West, when they made it over here. When they finally made it over here. The dragon took all that story. The dragon owned all this shit. The dragon the brains behind this shit. The dragon the brains behind this shit. Huh? Check this out, bro. If Moses, okay, I asked you what language they were speaking, right? So I asked what dialect they speaking in. So I go back during that time, I said, shit, they got to be speaking Aramaic. But because the Bible, they say, stop speaking in Hebrew and speak Aramaic, because some of the people don't understand this shit. Everybody need to understand this shit. But I already got the receipt where they got them interchange Aramaic, interchange hammer into Aramaic. But they ain't know nothing about no Egypt. That shit was desert. Some niggas from down there irrigated that land and started that shit down there. And get what language and signs and symbols they use. Paleo-Hebrew. And you can find all in our ancient mounds in the America. You see shit all in that bitch Paleo-Hebrew. Huh? That was them Egyptians spoke Paleo-Hebrew. Why? Because they came from the Americas, bro. You hear what I'm telling you, nigga? They came from the Americas, bro. They came from the Americas, bro. You see what I'm talking about? Now, if God speak out to Abraham, he got to be talking Hameric, or Aramaic. That's the language of the time. Because he's speaking out to me, him and Moses. They speaking. That's how they saying he coming to. They speaking to him. They ain't, in the heart and soul and in my goddamn, do my Kundalini and do my goddamn neuromelanin that connects me to the sun. No, they disconnect the sun from the shit. They just go talking back and forth. See what I'm saying? They go out and speaking God's speed. That's how you know they writing for him. See what I'm talking about? So who writing for Moses? Watch this. Who writing for Moses? See, I've been looking for you authors, but I had to take my time. Who writing for you? Jab Jew. Jab Jew writing for you. See, because y'all write back into a history of some shit y'all already did, already conquered, already in conquest. Now you got the story to captivate the heart of the slave that you eventually gonna exile and kill anyway. And then go and take the land, the divine land where all that abundance at, and let the species on the world come and enslave us. Cause y'all got so much shit now. Y'all just had that shit, man. Y'all just make sure y'all give us all good. Y'all good. Don't start your religions off the shit that I wrote. So you gotta go with this piece. I'll show y'all. So I'm just going to this shit. Who right from Mama to my team? The reason I know why this. If Moses was raised in all the ways of the Egyptians, learned from the Egyptians, was put in high court in the Egyptians, but he a Jew though. See, Moses' name was corrupted from Moshe, Mississippian language. Moshe, coming down that water, raised from the water. They intertwined. They slickly intertwined. Moshe, that's him name. What's that title? I said that's him name. Moshe. I'm gonna show y'all these goddamn screenshots. See, I got to tell y'all about the temple, how I caught there. I told you I was gonna catch them hoes, sit back out and congregate in a synagogue somewhere, plotting up on how they gonna goddamn rule the world. I told you I was gonna catch their ass. Now they make me mad here. Every time me magic going on, put my thoughts to it and go on beam in on their head. That's all I be doing. Just go ahead on, just beam in on their head. That's all I be doing. That's all I be doing, trying to pay attention, y'all. That's all I be doing, just beaming in on their head. So when I beam in on them, I catch their ass. I'm gonna show you how I caught their ass right quick then. I caught their ass caught. We can't find Solomon Temple nowhere. And if there ain't no connection to them, how the fuck did Solomon Temple end up in motherfucking Japan? Geopone, that little land I told y'all to sit outside that Anaya and they try to say it's non-existent. And the British, they so dumb, they trying to disappear that land. That's how they caught them trying to do what they created in North Pole. That, but also in that map, you got Geopone. Then they try to say Geopone wasn't even under Japan when I first started studying this shit. Then they had to agree that it is Japan. What the fuck Solomon Temple doing in Japan? See, once that Planisphere map gone, you don't see Geopone, all that shit no more. They send Japan all the way far to the east on the other side of China, and it's just supposed to be a little strip of land over there. I said, that shit ain't what's going on. I said, that shit ain't what's going on. How the fuck you got Solomon Temple in Japan? So this the magic carpet ride you're talking about with your animated ass, huh? This the magic carpet ride you talking about, because you know Solomon had a magic carpet too. His shit was 60 miles by 60 miles. And he used to lift his whole city up, army, the royal people, the whole land where they want to land. So I guess they landed in Japan, huh? Because that's where the temple is. We can't find it over here. But you got a temple constructed, blueprint, the same motherfucking structure that y'all say, the one we can't find. You got your shit just like that. When you come in, I got to clap 2 times, put the coin, I just showed y'all that screenshot. What is that shit? Put that coin in, that's all I got. Put that coin into the offering box. Clap 1 time, bows, turn around, dosey-a, dosey-do. Put that coin in the offering box. It's Japan now. This is a temple goddamn that's made and constructed just like Solomon Temple with the same architecture and everything. How the fuck Solomon Temple end up over there with Antioch? How the fuck you get a temple that's made just like the shit that we can't find that y'all said Hiram built? Hiram built the cities for Solomon. And then he gave Hiram built so much motherfucking land, he both went and built more and more shit. We can't find none of that shit. But you got Solomon right there in Japan, bitch. Huh? Yo, it's unfair. That's what I do. Huh? Yo, I play chess. Huh? How you got Solomon Temple in Japan, bitch? I don't give a fuck what name you got on it. How you got where off the blueprint that they said, goddamn, do that. How you do that, pimpin'? Huh? Then they got a goddess. They call the sun a goddess. Ain't that what they do? They got right there. All of them got it. I'm gonna break this shit down later on. But they call the sun the goddess. They don't call sun him. For some reason, they call the sun goddess. And all that good shit. I'm gonna show y'all how these Japanese broke this shit down to they rule the all world nature of all worlds and all this shit. See, that probably they stole some shit somewhere. They think they us. I'll tell you now, let me get back to Moses, right? How the fuck Moses right? See, they say they translated this before the Holy Biblos. This for Bible. They just talking about the writings. The first writing is the Torah with the Moses writing. But Moses was raised in all the ways of Egyptians. So when they translate, why they translate Moses writing from Paleo-Hebrew? Why Moses? Because them motherfucking Egyptians, American one thing, brother, who wrote about us. Why he ain't writing in the hieroglyphs or Metanetta? Why he ain't writing in the Egyptians? Why they ain't translating? Why they ain't translating Metanetta that was passed down by Moses? Uh-oh. I gotta let y'all marinate that for a minute. Because this is very important. This is the start of religion. Jews is writing all this shit. Moses is the main Jew. They intertwine him with them. That's the name Moshe. See, you gotta hear what, okay, so you translated the stories, but you transliterated some things, including names you transliterate. Transliterate is not the same thing as when you put your twag on it and intertwine your cities and you're taking a nigga shit. There's a difference between translate. You translate, you're gonna tell me the same exact thing in a different language. But you transliterate. That means you put your literature on top of my literature. That means you putting your literature on top of my literature. Just like you put Moses' name on top of Moshe. Bitch. Fuck the town back. Why you can't let the name stay what the fuck it was? Oh. You know that y'all motherfuckers been full of shit and I've been waiting on you all my life. Bitch. Been waiting on you all. Separated me from my family. The whole brain for this shit, for the truth. The whole brain, nigga, my mama, sister, grandmama. I went against the whole brain, stood out on my own, nigga. I was in the wilderness and they made more shit. Cause it's gonna take you right back down to that Mississippi Valley. Michigan, no motion, yeah, they're gonna take it right back to where the language came from. See, now we do dealing with the language. Cause this when this later on after they take the Egyptian shit, when they go in there and make them Ethiopians, convert. If the Ethiopians, if it was the Ethiopians' original shit, why would they have to convert to anything? If it was their original shit. See, why would they have to convert? Serve the words they use, you just had to catch their ass. Serve the word, why they gotta convert already something? They already gotta be something they converted to what the fuck you want to convert to. And they took that language, which was originally these come from goddamn America, then became Hamric, and then they interchanged it with Aramaic. Aramaic is the grandfather language of Arabic, and Arabic is damn near just like Hebrew. Man, he whole playing. She whole playing. And I don't play. So Moses raised in all the ways of the goddamn. So he should be writing Metanetta. They should be translating Metanetta. They should be translating hieroglyphs. Why Moses writing in Paleo-Hebrew? Why Moses writing in Phoenician and Canaanite languages? Why? Because that's your bloodline over there, bro. Because the Egyptians started languages and signs and symbols. See, because the Egyptians is the real Hebrew, which is us. Paleo-Hebrew started in the Americas, bro. We digging all this shit up in mounds down to 10,000 years old, 5 and 6,000 years older than Egypt. Then all that shit they digging up over there in Egypt, and that shit came from over here. That shit came from over here. See, you ain't gotta get hyped like I get hyped with it. I'm sorry, y'all have to. I'm just gonna give you the truth. See. Why Moses? Why the Greeks come in and translate Moses' writing? First of all, they ain't the first ones who translated. The Jap Jew motherfucking nigga is the ones who translate the first writings. And when the Greeks come in, they translate from what these folks already wrote, because they write for Moses. And why he ain't writing? If he raising all the ways in Egyptian, why he ain't writing in Egyptian? Why he ain't writing in Arabic? So he writing how he was taught. Who taught him? The Egyptians. So why he writing in Paleo-Hebrew? That's just a question now. I want y'all to answer that motherfucker. Somebody tell me. Because our bloodline with, according to their story, it's true. I'm just saying the facts. They translate and transliterate from some Moses left, and what Moses left, Moses wrote in Paleo-Hebrew, bro. That's too much. That's us. That's us. That's us. Paleo-Hebrew, they come out of Phoenicians, just like they try to hide the Phoenicians. But they can't hide the Phoenicians because the Phoenicians gave so much commodores from the Great Lakes, from the Americas. They had to be over. They try to get all the credit to the Phoenicians and then disconnect everybody else from the Phoenicians, bro. In real life. I'm gonna show you. This nigga got down, I'm sorry, fuck. Shinto. See that Shinto there? Hold on, go back. That Shinto. You see that Shinto? That's what goddamn Solomon Temple at over there. Even if it is a Solomon Temple over there, how would you have one just like, they talking about goddamn culture convergence? I'm finding some culture convergence. Y'all, how the hell y'all coming up with the same picture? You know what I'm saying? How y'all coming up with the same shit from different parts of, these coincidences? Yeah, there's a coincidence on y'all ass too. There's some culture convergence for your ass, bitch. How the fuck you got the same layout? I gotta go backwards. I got some more screens right now. I go backwards and show you. It's on the other video I did. It's on the other line. I showed this shit. That shit lay out just like the blueprint. The blueprint just laid out just same blueprint. Same goddamn blueprint. So Solomon got the man his magic carpet to raise up and relocate and go to Japan. The land they trying to hide, the same land I told you. I said there ain't nothing Japan. They trying to hide it. And this is where all their sacred temples at in Giapone. Giapone is the Latin word for goddamn Japan. They tried to hide that land once that Planetsville map got out of there. After goddamn those Spaniards and shit tried to hide their location because they were creating the North Pole right there at that same location. So it's gonna help hide their ass. That's when Japan go to goddamn fumbling and bumbling and shit. Because they the brains behind all this shit. I told y'all, they the brains behind all this shit. Us have been the leaders of technology. They the brains behind all this shit. And they goddamn Israel, this Jew motherfucker always got to bow down and get that nigga some head on the casting couch. You the biggest actor. I thought these niggas was something. How the hell? So once they said the first one to start translating the was the Jew and it ain't no ancient Israel. What was there? Canaan. Before Palestine, it was Canaan. Who's the Canaan? Your bloodline. Negroes getting goddamn fucked over. around the whole world. Nigga, they just fucked the Negro around the whole world, and we went around the whole world and civilized these hoes. This is what I'm telling you, Africa. You are the holy people. The people in Americas are the holy people. We got everything we need in abundance, and they still got our foot on our neck, taking our resources, bro. Huh? So that Shinto shit right there. You see Buddhism come up out of that shit? Huh? See that? They own all these religions, bro. They the fathers of all these religions. Y'all spoke. Y'all way down too much. Y'all spoke everything. I'm gonna show y'all all this shit, bro. Y'all gotta be able to crack through this shit, man. There's some two translated. The Library of Alexandria. They ain't never get a chance to see the real Egyptians. Back on the other hand, back by goddamn Crete, some motherfucking well. By Crete, and what that damn they will go Crete in Greece. Yeah, Crete. They might have seen us over there by Crete. That's how you know they know what's going on. All of them goddamn, they made killing niggas the whole time. Don't get what they doing. Taking crops, raping niggas, taking crops, eating niggas. That's their culture. And see, they pissed me off the other day when they made that law and said we was over here accountable, and that's how they made a law against cannibalism. They right to go in to take all our agricultural land, and they the ones that'll eat a nigga up. And you gonna say we eating each other up and we cannibal, and that's your excuse for coming in. That's your law for coming in taking our land, and then we laying up on tomatoes and goddamn lettuce and goddamn peaches and goddamn plums and goddamn pecans. The fuck we like eating each other up, nigga. We the gods of agriculture. So that pissed me off. And I know y'all motherfuckers been eating each other up and eating us up for a long time. And that's your culture. That's not our culture. But you made a law and flipped the script and made it be our culture. It's the earliest Greek translation of the Hebrew script. The Hebrew script? Who the Hebrews? The first Egyptians, bro. Not no Israelites. That's a picture of the shrine right there. It just got the little swag on it. There goes Solomon Temple if y'all ever try to find it. There goes Solomon Temple right there. That's Solomon Temple right there. Why that motherfucker built on the same blueprint of Solomon Temple? Why? Because they always say them Jews, you know they love Asian women. Huh? I've been heard that shit on them little movies. So them Jews, you know they love them Asian women. And when they showed all them Asian women, they all them Mongolian. They don't show no goddamn Arab looking woman. She ain't no original Asian woman. I'm trying to tell y'all some real shit. I'm trying to tell y'all some real shit. The fuck we are. Huh? We God's chosen ones. Because we was the real stewardess. We was real stewards of protecting and handling this earth how it should be handled. Huh? With peace, harmony, huh? Prosperity, virtue, patience. Yeah, that's how we handle the earth. They don't handle it like that. They lying like a motherfucker. The first people to translate any part of the Bible were Jewish scholars in Alexandria. Jewish scholars. Oh, they had 72. That's why they got that 70 on the spine of that book. Because it was 72 Greek scholars that had to put this shit together. Ain't nobody else around that bitch speak Hebrew. Y'all spoke the same shit. Huh? 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 Why he ain't writing in Egyptian? Hieroglyphs. They translate the actual meaning of words into Greek rather than transliterating the sounds of Hebrew letters. However, certain proper names like Abram and Moses. See? What? So what was his real name? A good catch. I should have clarified. Yeah, the Bible is translated as meaning, yeah, understood new language. However, translators did transliterate specific proper nouns like names of people and places. Y'all changing peoples and places and shit. No, can't do that. You transliterating and putting your literature on top of me, nigga. Here's the difference how, the methods are used, translation and meaning of majority of the translated. For example, the Hebrew word iris is mean English word mean land. Cause why you just leave the word there? Fuck you talking about? Leave the word there. So you transliterate the Messiah they picked up. Well, in Hebrew, his name is Moshe. The repetition Moshe occurs specifically in the Bible when God calls out the Moshe. He calls out the Moshe from the burning bush. Y'all remember? He ain't saying nothing about no Moses. He said Moshe. Where did that language come from, that Moshe? Where did it come from? That's your language, bro. And that's the language that them original Egyptians spoke, bro. Yeah. Fucking with the right one. They fucking with the right one. Get your ass up though. Had to make sure I got that shit. I got down screenshot that shit time. Moses a Jew. What it is? What's that? I had to make sure I got that done. Go look at the little roots of fucking on me. Call the dude, nigga. Get your ass on. Exodus language was archaic and Hebrew. What this is? Sinai. Moses wrote it. Now they say Sinaitic. That's the Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai. And where they get it from? Canaan, Phoenicians, and what that is? Paleo-Hebrew. Why Moses writing in Paleo-Hebrew? Because he learned in all the ways of the American people that came over there that was the original Hebrews that was enslaved by these people. And story was taken, and motherfucker that Jew Jap was on top of that shit to goddamn own the world by right. Everybody got to latch on to a Jewish story, so everybody in this bitch is goddamn default Jewish, because you only latched on to a Jewish story by way of Moses, and this is how they got down to attach themselves to the Egyptians by writing the story of a little boy who mama don't even much want. And Moshe means raised out the waters. What waters? The Mississippi Valley, the Mississippian cultures. That's what Moshe, that's our language. See, that's how you retrace and bust their ass up. That's how you retrace and bust their ass up. That's how you retrace and bust their ass up. I don't even see them. That's how you retrace and bust their ass up. What it is? Paleo-Hebrew originated in a region called Phoenicia and the back. See? See how simple that shit is? See how simple that shit is right there? See how simple that shit is? Phoenicians is the ones that break, they already gave them a credit for the alphabet, being master navigators. Where they learned it from, nigga? That's your bloodline, boy. That's your bloodline. That's the original Egyptian blood. That's our blood, bro. They made us think Egyptians was Africans. Egyptians ain't Africans. Egyptians was fighting against their ass, trying to protect their crops against them Africans, against them Middle Easterners, and against those Orientals too. Yeah. They fight. They came over been stealing crops from us, bro. These bitches been war. They warring and goddamn fighting us for our culture, for our own food, because we got the know-how. Because we got the know-how to grow food. That's our culture. Agriculture is our culture, and they warring at us about our own goddamn food, man. They warring at us about our own goddamn food, man. You hear me? That's what's going on. How you gonna war with me about my own goddamn food, bro? You gonna take my food out of my mouth and then war with me about my own food? The nigga trying to show y'all how y'all can goddamn learn this shit on y'all own. Y'all rather take it to war against a nigga, and all our bloodline got stomped out and stamped out all over the motherfucking world after we civilized them hoes. After we thought we civilized their ass. Because they were civilized, they would have just started feeding themselves. And they know the goddamn for them to be the truth, they had to get rid of the truth. That what time it is, my nigga. That what time it is, my nigga. I came and I'm finna go. I just want to show you. Reading, cereal involved direct from the Proto-Canaan. Where it come from? Proto-Canaanite script around the 10th century BC. Where it come from? Y'all better tighten up, man. Y'all better let these motherfuckers know we know who the fuck we is around this or stop playing around this bitch. Where it come from? This Sinai, that's supposed to be the first alphabet in the world. Wow. So who runs Sinai? My Sinai, where that shit come from? Paleo-Hebrew. Proto-Canaanite script. Where it come from? They talking in circles, bro. They talking in circles. Cause y'all ain't got no language in there. Y'all don't know how to feed yourself. Fuck you talking about? Well, y'all stomped us American ass Hebrew Negroes out. This Negro bloodline, bitch. Yo, that was going on. That was going on. That was going on. You hear me? That was going on. That was went on. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. That was went on. Time it up. 12:04. That what the fuck went on. That what the fuck has been done to our people. So they get it from Proto-Canaanite script. Who gave them that? The Phoenicians. Where they come from? Sidon. Not that Sidon. Sidon down in Mississippi. Where they say they got the bloodline the same as them Nazi rivers, the Nazi Indians. Where they was goddamn taking American motherfucking copper over to the Middle East and man, y'all better, man, this shit here simple as fuck. This shit here simple as fuck. When we goddamn do something about it, then. We're gonna do something about it. Asian Egyptians did not use tradition. The ancient Egyptians did not use the tradition. Alphabet, instead they developed hieroglyphs. So why Moses ain't speaking the hieroglyphs? Why he ain't right? Why the shit they translated? Why the Torah ain't written in the hieroglyphs? Because he's speaking to his people, because he a Jew, right? And they knew it was a Jewish story. I knew it. Don't let them Jew you. I even try to fool you. Oh no. Don't let them Jew you. Oh no. Don't let them Jew you, man. You ain't no Jew. You ain't no Greek. You ain't no Orient. You ain't no African. You ain't none of that shit. Nigga, you from the Western Plateau. You the most divine person. You the most divine people this world ever knew, bro. That's your divine truth. You ain't got no story. You got a divine truth, bro. So what the fuck going on? I just want to hit all these screenshots. I took all these goddamn screenshots. I got them. I gave y'all the basis of how the fuck do they got a goddamn Solomon Temple in Japan? If all this Antioch shit I'm saying ain't never bullshit and all that. I'm just talking shit. But I'm putting that shit in your face though. I'm showing it to you. Incorrect. The Library of Alexandria located inside Alexandria was, which was Egypt's second largest. Why is this? You might be thinking of the ancient Latin name Alexandria, whatever it is, mean Alexandria by Egypt. I know that real. Cause no Egyptians, we weren't fucking with y'all. We weren't fucking with y'all. Cause we don't look nothing like in y'all whole want our crops, nigga. Y'all nigga doing a whole lot of fuck shit. In antiquity, it was culturally considered a distinct Greek city adjacent to Egypt. I know that real. Cause you ain't never make it up there and get it up with them goddamn people, motherfucker. But you goddamn went in there and stole all that shit. And when you got there look at the Library of Alexandria, my nigga, that's gonna be the world's first museum, but it's called Mauseum. Spelled like mouse, like Mauseum. That's the first one. They got that right there. That was their first museum. That was the first museum. And they got all, what know what they got in there? All Egyptian scrolls, not fucking Egyptians, all the Hebrew scrolls, lined up in that bitch. That's why they said in that bitch. All them bitches set it up and transliterated all that shit. But it was Jewish scholars that were doing the transliterating. And then later on, here come the Greek. The translated from Hebrew into Greek. Well, this shit don't even make no sense. See? It don't even make no sense. The shit was translated from Hebrew. Period. Here come the Greeks that they introduced you. Who shit you transliterating? The shit that the fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about? That shit don't even make no sense. This shit was wrote in Hebrew. They using that Egyptian shit as some African shit and fucking ain't throwing a nigga off. Nah, that shit Hebrew. Paleo Hebrew. That nigga ain't writing the hieroglyphs and metal. That nigga writing in Paleo Hebrew. And all those signs and symbols you can find right in America coming out them ancient mounds, bro. Subscribe to that nigga, goddamn. We know the truth now, cause that nigga ain't playing with that head. I ain't playing with that head. That nigga don't play. And so now I gotta understand. And then later on, they go on down that bitch and go on there and go to fucking with them Ethiopians so they can go over there and get their oil out of Axum. See, the Ethiopians, that was the Axum Empire. So that's how Arabia got their oil over there. They turned Egypt back into desert. Fucked up the irrigation, they still getting oil from up under out of the Sahara Desert now. Yo, no the fuck they on power. They on power, they on greed, yo, they ain't no nature. Man, you gods are that people, man. Yo. You know what I came to say. Understand why Moses ain't speaking ain't right in the language that he was born and raised in the ways of the Egyptians. He should have been writing Egyptian. They should have been but he is writing in Egyptian. See, you writing in Paleo Hebrew. You writing in Paleo Hebrew. I don't know what the fuck else they talking about. I'm talking about the Sahara Desert, where my bloodline went over there and got fucked around and got exiled on up into a place called Canaan. And then God wanted to tell them to kill all the motherfucking Negroes. Cause now they mercenary, they out of place. They're in the West. We're gonna keep that ass, but we gonna goddamn eat their ass up. Every turn, we're gonna use that, we can use them for eat their ass up. We ain't studying that shit about these time. Shit they talking about and put it in our religion and fuck their ass and fuck around. Translated religious scriptures. You are spot on. Library design. Anything. They tell me no anything. And Jews are too ignorant. Why the fuck God grant salvation and he loved the Jew first, and then they make sure they say, and the Greek. Ball readers they say, God got a salvation to the Jew and the Greek. That all in no water. But y'all the same motherfucker, man. Y'all need to shit the fuck up, man. Y'all the same motherfucker, man. Y'all the same motherfuckers, man. Stop playing. Y'all the same motherfuckers, man. They say y'all translated the shit over in ancient Israel first, then say y'all translated over here goddamn Greek. Who translated it first? Who lied? Y'all the same motherfucker, man. That's language started at. You know, America's line. I'm a key saying one bloodline. I'm from the West. Everything that started. Get back to the point of origin. Get back to the point of origin where this shit originated from and who you is, and you'll understand why you're supposed to be going to the West. And you ain't gotta go to the West. You ain't never went nowhere. These niggas ran circles around you, man. Because your people weren't able to come back and help you with the fuck going on, because they got exterminated. They got exterminated and whooped up with some bullshit. Be thriving and surviving in these so-called lands where they say they was indigenous when they was building all them structures on the 33rd parallel and showing these motherfuckers agriculture and cradle civilization for them. You civilize them and they slaughterhouse your ass. You can even come home and warn mama, goddamn mama, all that bullshit. We ain't gonna let them get away. We gonna enslave their ass and make them goddamn keep on goddamn being our peasants and growing up crops for us. Cause we the shit like that. Yeah, that's what they on. That's what they on. Greek 32. To understand how Greeks and Jews became a deeply intertwined Alexander without actually being the same people, it helps to look at the history of the city. Okay, it was a melting pot. Macedonia, Philip, Macedonia. See, that's Philip. That's Philip of Macedonia. That's Alexander the Great Daddy. See, here come the globe plate. Here come where they gonna send your ass into wonder. Cause they need to read these maps. They need to hide themselves. They need to get themselves out of harm's way in case niggas want to come push up on their ass. They got to change all this and change the location. I just showed you last night how they gonna change the location to Japan. Change the location. That's what Solomon Temple end up in. If they ain't entwined, and these Japs and Jews ain't entwined. The Japs behind the brains behind this shit. What I'm trying to show y'all. What I'm trying to show y'all. And then the Greeks become the institution of higher learning. They teach niggas some bullshit and talking about Hebrew and turn Hebrew and the Israel. All this shit under them over there. And they fucked that up. Cause everywhere we go, we gonna goddamn make some crops. We gonna grow. That's our culture. Everywhere we go, we gonna goddamn go to farm and then goddamn provide food for ourselves. That's our culture, and they know it. That's why they gonna chase us everywhere instead of learning how to goddamn plant some shit for themselves. The only thing they want to plant is a little wheat. Hey, goddamn, y'all eat oatmeal forever, ain't it? Y'all they don't even know how to make oatmeal. They don't know how to do a plate. They can't grow shit. That wheat growing over there by itself. Cause that's all that shit is desert. They don't know how to irrigate no land. They don't know how to do none of that shit. And they're killing the motherfuckers who doing taking their shit. And go and find some more niggas that know how to do it and kill them, take their shit, eat them. That's what they own. See what's going on? Then they wrote these stories. They probably started writing these stories. They probably started writing these stories, man, and wrote themselves back into an ancient culture of agriculture, and then flipped it. They started writing when they started writing this shit. You can look at the dates they started writing and tell you, man. You can look at the dates they say they started writing and tell this bad stuff. There it is, right there. The original author of the writings attributed to Moses, the Torah, is traditionally Moses himself. It is, but a team of 72 Jewish scholars in the Alexandria, first they said goddamn ancient Israel, translated the writings. 72 niggas, 72 Jewish niggas. You think they ain't gonna put their swag on this shit? You think them niggas ain't gonna put their swag on this shit? These hoes ain't never been honest. Ain't no honest Jew out here in this bitch. Ain't no honest Jew out here in this bitch. What language he talking? What language Moses talking? 1000 BC, you know, down to come on. And then said that's supposed to be the first alphabet in the world. Man, they ain't talking about them at Mount Sinai. From over there to Canaan, back across to Egypt. And what else right there? What else right there? And who just read it. He gonna tell you. It's coming out of goddamn Canaan. It's coming out of Canaan. The Canaanites one got this shit. Where they got it from? They brought them the same motherfucking bloodline, the Phoenician. And the Phoenician is your bloodline. Negro, Hebrew. These the niggas they killed. God told them to go in there and kill every Canaanite in that bitch. This your land. That's why there's a promised land. And you got the divine land. I don't even want to say holy land. You got divine land. And he promised them your shit. Man, y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up. Motherfucker. There it is, same shit. Look who made the language. During the Bronze Age, it was not created by a single known individual, but rather by Canaanite, Semitic laborers and miners, workers. What? Let that sit up there while I can go out there and get out one time. Because I've been talking too much in the bed. They stuck there. See? Where the motherfucking Sinai first alphabet come from? They just say that shit, they talking in circles. See how they talking in circles? You trying to say Moses got Because Paleo Hebrew, them Egyptians goddamn talk. Paleo that come from the Americas. That's why we know the Egyptians are Americans. He told me, hell, I'm keep getting understand. Ain't no debunking this shit, man. You can't debunk this shit. You can't debunk this shit because y'all, the writings that y'all translated to tell us what Moses had to say. He writing in Paleo Hebrew. The truth don't need no help. You understand me? It ain't gonna be for Semitic, working in the Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. The Egyptian hieroglyph to separate consonants. See what I'm saying? Egyptian hieroglyph. They said the Egyptians had their own language. They said our language wasn't they like the Egyptians, like the Egyptians got their own language. Now cause all that shit, they can't separate that shit. All that shit Paleo Hebrew, man. Fuck they talking about. The signs and symbols, all that shit, that man be showing that shit. That man show you some of that shit every day. Y'all go there, subscribe to goddamn, we know the truth now. We go find that nigga on TikTok. That was that nigga live, man. I can't catch this nigga live but nothing in the world. I can't catch this nigga live but nothing in the motherfucking world. You hear me? I'm trying to catch. I can't catch this nigga live but nothing in the world. Let me get up out there, bitch. Phoenician. What does it say? Phoenician. In event where they were standing right. Man, shut the fuck up. The Phoenicians, y'all got them praying the Phoenicians, everything y'all got, cause they were bringing that shit from the Americas to y'all niggas, man. Shut the fuck up. Let's get this straight. Moses was highly educated in the ways of the Egyptians. Definitely, he knew Egyptian right, man. I ain't got to talk with you. I know he knew Egyptian. Why he writing? Fuck you talking about? Get up out of here. Moses' name was Moshe, actually a Hebrew name, but refers to Moses in the book. Hold up, you ain't go there. What did he say? It's Moses. It so sound like Moses. Moses so sound like the indigenous Gulf Coast and Mississippi words like Moshe. I know it do. TikTok, that's where it come from. Why y'all change his name from Moshe? I said, why y'all change his name from Moshe? Why y'all transliterate his name from Moshe to Moses? Because you don't want us to be able to recognize our shit? Because you don't want me to be able to recognize my mama's language? My great grandma said Moshe. Fuck you. Why y'all change his name? Try to translate his name. Should have been what his name is. What you change my name for? I don't give a fuck what language it is. This my name Fad. Nigga, don't change my name no goddamn booty fat. Nigga, my name Fad. Say my name in your language the same way, nigga. Say my name is my name. Say my name, say my motherfucking name. Nigga, I'm gonna change my motherfucking name. Nigga, fuck you talking about? My name Moshe, nigga. And I come from the valley, nigga. I come from the Americas, nigga. And I'm a Hebrew, nigga. Y'all calling me an Egyptian, nigga. That ain't what we call us. I don't know where that shit came from, nigga. Ain't no mama Egyptian, nigga. Then y'all change the name to Kimmy, nigga. Y'all named up that shit, nigga. We the Hebrew. We the Hebrew, nigga. Y'all done put it a Paleo Hebrew on my language. Fuck you talking about? We the Hebrew, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Huh? Fuck you talking about? Huh? Y'all there. Busted. Historically, ancient Jews wrote in Paleo Hebrew. Historically, ancient Hebrews wrote in Paleo Hebrew. They did. Who did the writing? Ancient Jews. Who the ancient Jews is? This nigga who writing for Moses. Moses went in and got to hit all them folks shit. They put you in the high court and everything, man. You gonna change over talking about you talking to the Israelites. Israelites is not Hebrews. Israelites came in with Joseph and all that. They changed the name. They didn't change that. They is not the ancient ones, nigga. We the ancient people of that land. We created that land. We cultivated and made that shit a land. That shit was desert, man. Y'all don't tell y'all. And I'm out this bitch. You understand? Y'all got that. I hope y'all got something out this shit. I hope y'all go research on y'all. I be able to tell it like I need to be able to tell it. You understand me? Yeah, I might be cussing too much. I might not have the right. I bet you go in there and get your own understanding. It's not lean to no goddamn body else understanding. Let's go do some research and lean to your own understanding. And you're going to understand that historically, ancient Jews wrote in Paleo-Hebrew, which evolved from Phoenician script before transitioning into Aramaic square script. Huh? Didn't I tell you after that they went and hollering about that Aramaic shit and went up there and started goddamn making them Ethiopians convert? That's where the Hamric and Aramaic shit come in at. Did I tell you that when I first started talking? Did I tell you that? See, then they go to Aramaic and all that shit for data used to scare. It's in sacred text. The Aramaic shit, that was Aramaic come out Aramaic. They took their goddamn language out from the Ethiopian Hamric. Their original language Geese. That shit came from Mississippi to Louisiana. Fuck the Talmud. Fuck the Talmud. Truth don't need no help, man. That shit ain't gonna be breaking our phones, my nigga. Y'all be looking for me. Y'all say how y'all look for me, motherfucker. Get that shit. I'll go, boy, get that shit out of here. And that goddamn green screen shit, nigga. Motherfucking truth in the book, man. We done with all that shit. That shit up all there, motherfucker. We done with all that shit. Get that shit about there, bitch. That shit up all there, bitch. You understand me? Bitch, everything belong to me. I want me a swastika talk, I'm a swastika on top of this bitch. This is how I spark conversation, motherfucker, in the damn world, cause they think it's just about some gangster shit. Oh, nigga, it's better than that. I'm deeper than that. Know that. I'm deeper than that, nigga. Real life, nigga. Y'all Hebrews have a nice day. Make sure y'all raise y'all children in all the ways of the Egyptians, and they know the real story about them being the divine people under the sun. Because the sun is the sun. Damn the deities. He don't need no deity. She don't need no deity. I'm going to show you what the goddamn Japanese say is the sun is a goddess. I'm going to show you. That said, my nigga, I said, boom. I'm out there.